working. The children of Israel were really oppressed. One of the questions every one of us could ask ourselves, why was God allowing this to happen? Can I tell you, church? And can I tell you wherever you are? It's because God wanted the children of Israel to know that he is the only one who can save and set them free. He wanted them to be restless enough, but by the time he said it is time to move, we are going to move. I think as we are talking even today, Africa, we are slaves. I'll say that again, and I'll say that in the front of all the presidents of Africa, even my president. Why are we not slaves? We live on borrowed money. We build our roads with money that is given by others. I don't know where the debt of Africa is. Even when they're having an AU meeting, do you know they are sponsored by European Union? And when European Union and the others are having their meetings, they don't invite them in. Are you not a slave? If you cannot do anything without asking someone else to help you, are you not slaves? I want to tell you, people of God, Africa has been a slave. We have been a slave from the day of the slave trade. Up to today, we are slaves of those other so-called developed nations. Ask every preacher or bishop or pastor who is praying, and they will tell you this message has been revealed to most of them. I know most of them are afraid to speak about it. Last Sunday I was afraid too, because I thought this could bring a repercussion. But this is the truth. What will happen to our children and our children's children and the next generation? We shall live paying, working for other people, being treated as slaves. And I want to say this without being ashamed. Most of our brothers who have gone to other nations, they have not gone there to be kings and presidents and leaders of organizations. Most of them do the slave work. It is true, I've traveled a little bit, not much, but I've traveled a little bit. And I'll tell you for sure. What is it now that is happening? What is happening now is God is calling the world. One of the questions I've been asking myself, and I have talked to God about this question. In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter number 9, verse 11. This is Solomon, the wisest man on the earth. He asked this question. I saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. I've been praying and asked the Lord, has Africa ever been given a chance? History might judge us harshly. We were sold as slaves. We were colonized. Even today, we live in a life of colonization. But there's something God has done, and I believe Africa might have known, or they do not even know. One of the problems I know is, if a man is a slave, the first slavery is our brains. You think like a slave, you look like a slave, you live like a slave. We have gone to universities and colleges. Our children have gone to universities and colleges in Kenya and abroad, and they have come out tops in the world. And yet, they are nothing as such. What has happened to Africa? What has happened to Kenya, my country that I love? Nini kimetokea? What is happening to the world of Africa? I know chance. Africa, we have become educated. We have professors in the universities all over the world. We have doctors controlling the economies of the earth. Half or 3/4 of our doctors, which are brought up in Africa, they are there working. Our children have proved they have equal brains like any other one in the world. They are not lesser. We might be poor, but our brains are good. Kenya has proven something that we have never thought they could do. After they could not get ventilators, and even today why we are not doing mass testing, it's because we have no equipment. Let me talk with a lot of pain as I go before my Father. We have no equipment. Why? I want to say something, and listen to me, good Kenyans. We make mistakes without knowing. You can hear somebody coming and saying, we have so many degrees that do not have jobs. Degrees are not for jobs. When you get a degree, you are supposed to think. In actual fact, the university should be doubled. When you talk about what you are talking about is nonsense. I say that again. Why? Because when people have got knowledge, when people have gone through the university education, through college education, that is the time they start to think and they start to realize that they are not second-class citizens. The struggle for this nation that was led by our first president is only because he left Kenya. If he lived here, he could have become like anybody else. He went and realized that we were not second-class human beings. We have the brains, we have the capacity, there is something we can do. But the problem is, we are our own enemies. When your son comes from the other ledge, they come with wisdom of technology. They are never given a chance here. So what happens? They sell their technology. I know some Kenyans who have done some computer technology and they have sold it in America for a lot of money and they live there. Why? When they came to this country to help it to develop, the people of this land were not ready for them. They are mistreated.